Hello, second graders, and welcome to our second step lesson of second grade. Hooray! Last time for our first lesson, we talked about what it means to be respectful learners in school. And we talked about what it looks like and what it sounds like. And so, if you remember some of those things that we talked about when we are being respectful learners, and some of the skills we talked about in our previous second step lessons from kindergarten and first grade, some ways that we show respect while learning is making sure we have our eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. Those are our 4 listening skills, right? So this time do them with me, okay? Here we go. Eyes watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. Yes, when we do those things, we are being respectful learners. We also talked about manners, using our good manners words to show respect. And so whether we are learning remotely, as we are right now, we still use those skills to be respectful learners. When your teacher's teaching you and you're having a Zoom meeting, your teacher can look at you and see if you are being a respectful learner by noticing if your eyes are watching, ears listening, voice quiet, body still. All right, so we're going to talk about some additional skills for learning. Again, if you were here in kindergarten and first grade, this should be a review for you guys, but we're going to talk about some of the skills for learning that help us. Now, first, we are going to play a little bit of a game, okay? So it's kind of a listening game. And so I am going to read some sentences, or I'm going to say some sentences. Now, if when I read the first sentence, you're going to listen to the second sentence, and you're going to notice if it's the same exactly or if it's different, if I change some of the words. So we're going to all stand. So everybody stand up. And so if the second sentence is exactly the same as the first, you're going to say stay standing. If the second sentence is even a little bit, even if just one word is different and you notice that, then you're going to sit down. Okay? Are you ready? All right. Learning is exercise for my brain. That's the first sentence. Think about what I just said. All right, here's our second sentence. Remember, if it's the same, you're going to stand. If it's different, you're going to sit down. Learning is fun for my brain. Did you stand or did you sit? Hopefully you sat down. It was a little bit different, right? First time I said that learning is exercise. And the second time I said learning is fun for my brain. All right, good job. Now let's do another one. So remember, pay attention. Learning makes my brain smarter. Okay, remember that first sentence. Now, here's the second sentence. Learning makes my brain grow. Is that the same or different? Hopefully you're sitting down. It was a little bit different, right? Okay, let's do one more. Everyone deserves a chance to learn. Okay, that was the first time. Let's listen to see if it's the same or different. Everyone deserves a chance to learn. Did you stay standing this time? It was exactly the same. All right, so I want you to think about what you had to do to be successful in this game. What are some things that you had to do? Did you need to focus your attention on me? Did you have to listen to the words I was saying? And then also use your brain to think about if the words were the same or different. Yeah, focusing and listening. If you've been here in past years for second step lessons, you will recognize those as two of our skills for learning. Remember, we have focus, focus, listen, listen. Those are our first two. All right, so I want you to keep those in mind and focus your attention here on this picture. All right, so this is Ayeko. Now, Ayeko didn't focus her attention or listen carefully when her teacher was giving directions on what materials they needed for an art project. And now Ayeko doesn't know what she is supposed to be doing. So first, I'm going to take a minute and I want you to look at Ayeko. Think about the situation. And how do you think Ayeko might be feeling right now? Okay, she did not focus her attention. Now she doesn't know what she's supposed to be doing. What feeling or feelings do you think she's having? Confused? Yeah, I bet she's confused. Nervous? Yeah, maybe she's kind of nervous, like, oh no, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe she's disappointed in herself that she didn't focus and pay attention. Yeah. All right. So those are the feelings that Ayeko is having. Now, what should Ayeko be doing, right? Like Ayeko's going to need to raise her hand and ask for help. And so this time, when her teacher is telling her what supplies she needs for her art project, what do you think she needs to make sure that she's doing this time? Tell me. Does she need to focus her attention on her teacher? Yep, she needs to make sure her eyes are looking at her teacher. She's focused on her teacher. Is she going to need to listen to her teacher? So she's going to need to hear the words. Hear the words, I'm pointing to my ear. Hear the words her teacher's saying, but also be thinking about it, right? Also thinking so she can remember what the supplies are that her teacher is telling her that she needs, right? Okay, so let's think about that a little bit more. When we are focusing our attention, here are the things that we do, right? We are concentrating, right? We're using our eyes, our ears, and our brain. So when we're focusing attention, and if you guys remember in past years, right, we had our attentoscopes, right? Or when we sing focus, focus, that means that our eyes are focused on whatever it is, wherever it is that the learning is happening, right? And so if your teacher's teaching something at that time, your teacher's talking, your teacher's teaching, your eyes are going to be focused on your teacher. So like right now, if you look at my eyes, can you see that my eyes are focused on you right now? Yeah, I'm focused on what we're doing together in our learning. Now, if I was talking to you, but I was kind of doing this, does that look very focused? No, I don't look like I'm focused on you at all. I'm looking at everything around me. And so we make sure we keep our eyes focused wherever the learning is. And if you're actually doing work, you're working on your packet, you're getting work done, then your eyes are going to be focused on that task in front of you, whatever that is. Okay. And you're going to not be paying attention to whatever else is going on. Like you might be sitting in your room and maybe, I know my cat was just meowing outside of my door because I had to shut my door so she wouldn't bug me while I'm trying to teach a lesson. Now, I could have been really distracted by my cat meowing, right? And if I took my focus and I put it on her out at the door, oh, am I still focused on you guys? No. So I'm going to ignore my cat meowing at my door and I'm going to focus my attention on you. Okay. And again, that focus involves our eyes, our ears, and our brain, because we're not just watching. We're not just listening or hearing what's saying, but we're using our brain to think about what we're hearing so that we remember. And then again, we're ignoring distractions like kitty cats meowing outside the door, right? Okay. And then we also have our listening skills, right? And so again, focus and listening go together, right? So when we're listening, our focus is on the speaker. Okay, when our eyes are watching, that helps our ears stay more in tune. We are waiting for our turn, right? So if somebody else is speaking, our voice is quiet because it's their turn, okay? And again, we're remembering what we hear. Here's that using our brain again. We're not just hearing the words, we're not just listening to the words, but we're thinking about what we're hearing. And maybe we're saying them again in our head. And we're going to talk more about self-talk next time. But we're remembering. And that's how learning occurs, because it sticks in our brain, because we have our attention focused, we're listening. And then when we're thinking about it, that is how learning happens. And then also, while we're listening, while we're focused, we're thinking about questions. Like if there's something we don't quite understand, or maybe we think of something more that we want to know, then we're thinking about those questions in our head, okay? And so our first two skills for learning are that focus, focus, listen, listen. And again, even if we're learning remotely like we are right now, we are still using those skills while we're learning. When we get to come back to school and learn in our classrooms, we still use those same skills. So it doesn't matter where we are, we're going to use and we're going to practice those same skills to be the very best learners we possibly can be. Okay? All right. So we have talked about 2 of our 4 skills for learning, right? And remember, using these skills for learning, focusing and listening, those are respectful behaviors as well. So just like what we talked about last week, all the things that we do to be respectful learners include that focusing and listening. All right, so we're going to have 2 more that we're going to talk about after this. And I'm going to introduce you to a different song, right? In past years, you were used to our focus, focus, listen, listen, use your self-talk, be assertive. Okay, those are still our skills for learning, but now that you're in 2nd grade, you get to listen to a bit of a new song. And so we're going to play that song. So go ahead and stand up. It's a great time to move, kind of, keep your attention focused. I want you to be listening to the words of the song. Whenever you hear the song sing the word listen, put your hands up to your ear. Okay, so you're going to have to focus attention. You're going to have to listen to the words of the song. And when you hear them sing listen, put your ear up. All right, and we're going to move. We're going to get some wiggles out. We're going to dance. We're going to take this opportunity to focus our attention and listen, but also move around a little bit.
All right, come on, listen now. Be respectful. Yeah, yeah. Be skillful. Yeah, yeah. Be a learner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Yeah, yeah. You come to school to learn. Well, there's lots of things to see and do, so make the most of it. The power is inside of you. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. The lesson is starting up. Your eyes and ears are focused in. When someone starts to talk, show your respect by listening. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Yeah, yeah. Be skillful. Yeah, yeah. Be a learner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Yeah, yeah. Ha, yeah. think you got it. Keep saying stay on task. Ignore distractions, that's the key. And when you need some help, be sure to ask assertively. Focus attention. Listen with your ears, eyes, and brain. Use your self-talk. Be assertive and you will gain. Be respectful. Yeah, yeah. Be skillful. Yeah, yeah. Be a learner. Yeah, 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 yeah. Be respectful. Be skillful. Be a learner. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so a brand new song still has our 4 skills for learning. So today we talked about focus, listen, and then for our next lessons, we'll get into talking about self-talk and be assertive. So remember, these skills for learning help us to be the very best learners we can. You guys are learning so many great things in 2nd grade, and we want to make sure everything sticks in your brain and you remember all the wonderful things that you are learning. So remember to focus and listen and always do your very best. Now, you guys will have a home link to be able to, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm wrong. You don't have a home link for this lesson. Next time you will. We'll talk more about that. All right, you guys, I hope you have the most wonderful week. Remember to be your very best learners, and I will be excited to see you guys next time. Bye.